be without you. Father, we come thanking you, Father. Thank you for your many blessings. We come acknowledging our shortcomings, Father, and we ask that you forgive us as we forgive those who sin against us. Father, we just invite your Holy Spirit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding into today's meeting. Father, that the business that we conduct today may be pleasing in our eyesight. These and other blessings we ask in Christ Jesus' holy name and nature. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, and indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon. I'd like to welcome each of you to one of our monthly meetings. At this time, I will ask the sitting supervisors to look over the agenda and see if there are any additional subtraction that need to be made at this time. At 4:17, I want to add resolutions. We're going to have A, Clara Love, and B, Alden Smith. That's at 4:17 resolutions. One for A, Clara Love, and B, Alden Smith. Would there be any more? Yes, sir.
Anyway, after the board minutes, could we briefly go into closed session?
Yes, sir. At 4:57, we're going to add closed session. That's at 4:57, closed session. Yes. At 4:17. Will there be any other? If not, I'll entertain a motion to approve this agenda with the necessary changes. It has been motioned by Supervisor Moore and second by Supervisor Collins that we approve this agenda with the necessary changes. Any question? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. We're now at 405 West Prather, Greenwood Interfaith Community Kitchen.
How you guys doing?
Doing well.
First, I want to thank y'all for your continual support for the kitchen. I want to give you a quick update. Our chapel just been built. We started Bible studies. Our kids program started July 10th. We have upped the number of people to about 250 a day. And so we're floating between 250 and 320 each day. We had a tragedy last Friday. Not tragedy, but food tragedy. Our compressor on our deep freeze, which holds all of our meat, went out, and so we had to throw away our meat. And so I'm requesting you guys to help me today to have to purchase an upright freezer. So if that were to happen again, it's fixed now, but if it were to happen again, we wouldn't lose months and months of meat. And I know you guys continually support us and stuff, and that's why I'm here today. That's a great loss for us. And we're already accumulating more and more. We just need somewhere to put it right. And like I said, the deep freezer is, we're going to have to purchase meat, and we're going to have to purchase 2 deep freezers to make sure this doesn't happen again. So that's why I'm here today.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay.
What's that?
He was asking me, was it okay if I see it? Yes,
Do we have? I don't know. We do have the fund.
I do.
I don't think. Okay.
now I don't know. I thought that Mr. Abraham, he told me you want to give 1,000 out of his pot. Have you talked with him?
I talked to him. That's not what he said to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going another route?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes, sir. If he changed his mind, then that's where I'll take it from.
Yeah, we're going to change his mind.
Yeah.
Sounds good. You good?
If it's there?
If it's not, look.
Yeah, exactly.
I was told to come. Told to come say exactly what.
I make a motion for approval.
That's up to y'all.
Yeah, advertising the county resource.
So here, pending is there.
Tell me that motion again.
Make a motion that we
approve this $1,000 request donation out of advertising county resources if funds available.
Right, pending that is there, okay. And you second that, Mr. Collins?
Yes, sir.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Brown and second by Supervisor Collins that we give the donation of $1,000 pending that the money is available in the advertising county resources. Are there any questions? Yes, sir.
You said that you all want to purchase 2 upright
Yes, sir.
freezers, and besides this entity, are you going to the city to ask for any support or?
I mean, you guys' support is always welcome, you know, but I mean, that's all I'm searching today for, yes, sir. As right now, like, I'm not looking for money. Is that what you're asking? Like,
I'm looking in terms of other funding sources.
no, I mean, like I said, I'm willing to take it, but that's all I'm asking is the upright freezer today.
So I think what he's asking is this is the only entity that you're asking, or are you asking the city of Greenwood
no,
or
sir,
any?
I'm not. I'm asking for the freezer's $900, right? So I'm just looking for that.
Okay.
So you have.
Yes, the compressor on the deep freezer got fixed, and I had to church buy the other one, so I don't have anybody tell me purchase this second, which we do need.
Okay. The city.
Sorry for any misclarification.
So the city of Greenwood, I'm pretty sure that they would love to get in on this giving.
Well, you guys are more than welcome. I got you. And I'll do whatever I need to do. I'm very, very, very appreciative of you guys.
Great call.
Yeah. We're trying to make a difference, man. We're starting a lot of programs this summer. We're starting rehab, job training, medical, all this kind of stuff. We'll be all in effect by August. So we're trying to make a difference the best we can.
Yeah. If it was me,
And I got you. No, you're good.
I would come to this board, and then my next stop would be the city council.
Well, yeah, I'm not from here, so I'm learning the ropes. I'll definitely do it.
I'm putting it out there.
Thank y'all. Hey, look, I'm getting on it tomorrow. I promise.
Let me tell you what.
Yes.
The best way to do that is get with the county administrator
Yes.
here, and she'll point you in the right direction.
Perfect.
I'm quite sure some more people out there would like to help.
Absolutely. We know all the help we can get. You know,
Okay.
we're just trying to love people the best we can. You know?
Look like you're doing a good program.
We're doing the best we can. Guys doing a really good job.
That's good.
Thank you all.
All right.
I'll be in touch.
Let me carry it right quick. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried.
Thank you all.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
I'll be in touch, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
All right, we're now at 410. Miss Emily Roche Elliott.
That's fine. We got it.
You don't mind passing those there.
All right, we're good.
Thank you. Hello, great to see everybody.
Hi, Emily.
Hey, Emily.
Hi. I haven't been here for a minute, so I wanted to give an update looking sort of backwards and then see if we can look forwards together. So, as always, I'm here to talk about emergency home repair grants for low-income homeowner occupants. Always such a mouthful. So back in 2023, we worked together and we applied for, the first time we applied for a USDA Housing Preservation, HPG grant. So that was way back in 23, which sounds like forever ago, but you apply in 1 year, if you get it, it's the next year, and it's a 2-year grant. So we've just finished that one. That grant was for $168,969. We were able to match that with 2 different sources, a HUD grant and some private dollars, so we added $56,000 and some change on top of that. We worked with 20 households. We had targeted to serve 19 households with that grant, so we actually beat the numbers we had to hit by 1. In those 20 households, there are 41 different individuals, so we have a lot of single people and then larger families, so it averages out to about 2 per household. We spent about $11,000 per house, and the average income of those clients is about $22,000 a year, so it's very much a needed program for that demographic. So we're done with that grant. We loved working with you. You made it really easy. Thank you. All of it's done. USDA can be a little slow on their last reimbursement, so we're waiting on one last $1,776. So that's 2023's grant. In 2024, you hired us and we prepared an application, but the Chancery clerk changed over and there were some issues with getting on grants.gov at the last minute and it actually didn't get submitted, so we didn't bill you. So there's nothing to talk about in 2024. In 2025, we worked together and we prepared an application, we got it submitted, and sometimes USDA makes me pull out my hair. They said you didn't have articles of incorporation, so you couldn't get the grant, which is silly because you're a county. Only a business has articles of incorporation. But they basically pivoted that and added what we asked for you all to a grant we applied for through a separate nonprofit. So I think it's kind of best of all possible worlds. So we're getting double what we asked for. 95% of that will be used here in Leflore County. About 5% of the nonprofits grant will go to Sunflower County. So we'll have $230,085 from that 2025 application. Even though, and then you don't have to do any administration of that one. So it's sort of like we didn't get it and we did at the same time for 2025. So that's all looking backwards. Any questions about looking backwards? It's not looking. Yes.
I guess my question is, the ones that from 23, those 20 households, I guess location, my mind's kind of foggy.
Sure, absolutely. So we maintain a wait list, and because it's federal money, we have to go in order of when people call to get on that wait list. And so our wait list is actually over 370 households long right now. So we went in order, and of course it has to be in Leflore County with your funding. So we had 2 in Sidon, 1 in Slaughter, and then everybody else was kind of like right around the city limits. Lots of Rising Sun, Grenada Boulevard Extended, Glendale Circle, a lot of that.
Emily, can we get a list of those addresses?
Yes, absolutely. I can give you the addresses. We have to keep names.
Absolutely.
Private, so absolutely. Yep. Yep. We do have a few that are in the city limits, since that's part of the grants as we go in order, and so we did have some in the city limits.
Okay. I just want to make sure that everybody's district at least has one.
I certainly hope so. We could, that's a great question. And looking forward, we could write the application to say we can prioritize so everybody's district at least has one. We had previously written these applications just to say we go in order of when people call, but we could change that in future applications.
I think that would be something. Okay.
Yeah, that's a great idea. If there aren't other questions about looking back, looking forward, for the first time ever, it's usually this really quick turnaround when they announce the fund, so I usually come and we need an answer right away, but I thought, why would I wait? They're going to announce them at some point, probably next month or the next, so we thought, let's go ahead and get ahead of the ball this time. So we would love to write this application again with you all. We would charge an administrative fee we're proposing of $3,000. That includes writing the whole application, and then it also really includes managing with USDA, getting us from if we get the award to when they actually give us notice that we can proceed with it. That's actually where the majority of that time comes in on my office part, just responding to things from them. So we'd love to do it again.
And you say you have a wait list now of how many?
Over 370 households.
370.
And I have a question, Emily. I know you and I worked a lot on these type of grants with the city. Does that list include the city, or is it a separate list for the city and the county?
We just keep one list.
Okay.
And we serve Leflore and Sunflower County. Every once in a while we get Sunflower dedicated money, and so we will put people on our wait list. So we serve Leflore and Sunflower. 90% of our households are Leflore. And what we do is when you get to the top of the list, we go through the list and we say, can we use USDA money? Yes or no. Can we use Federal Home Loan Bank money? Yes or no. Can we use City of Greenwood money? Yes or no. And then we'll make, I always call it a funding sandwich that meets the need of that household as much as possible.
Okay. So on the HUD grant with the City of Greenwood, on those houses that we worked on, they could only be in the City of Greenwood.
That's right.
There's no grant with the county that it has to be in the county, or everything in the county can be in the city?
The way we've done it in the past, everything in the county could be county or city.
Okay.
But we can always change that if we want to moving forward.
Okay. I was just asking because I know we work together at the city, so I wanted to know the difference. Okay.
And I would say there are a couple of people we were able to serve with the 2023 money that were, because the city's HUD grant actually only allowed us to serve the 3 congressional districts with the lowest incomes. And so we couldn't serve sort of just north of the river and west of Grants. We couldn't serve that neighborhood. We did have a couple people who were qualified, and so they were actually good. We could serve them through this one because we couldn't serve them through that one.
Okay. I got another question. And I guess I'm going back to what Supervisor Moore asked. The applications that we're doing now, as far as for the 2026, that will you refer that, or would you call that future applications? Because I know you said with future applications, we can look at as ensuring that everybody have somebody in their district or have a home in their district.
Yes. Yep.
So you wouldn't necessarily go by the 370 list that you have now.
But because it's federal money, we still have to go in order of when someone called us the first time. But what we can do is we can write into our application, and hopefully USDA would approve it. They usually do, where we would say, we're going to go in order, but first we're going to make sure there's one person from each. So we could like skip a few people if that got us to a different ward. So it'd still have to be from our list and somewhat in order, but we could pull down to make sure we got somebody from each area.
And if we're looking at 20 households, we can even do 2 households per district.
Yes.
Or more.
Yeah, it could be.
Just so that it's fair across the county.
Yep. Okay. Absolutely. And we can always ask for more money. We can. It's frustrating because for many years before we started doing this grant, nobody in the state was completing an application fully. And so it wasn't considered a full application, and so USDA wouldn't approve it. And so slowly the federal government pulled back our Mississippi's allocation. So when we first started going for this, I thought surely there's a few $1 million, but it was around $100,000 coming to the state when we first started. And so every year we show them we have capacity to do more. The feds increase Mississippi's USDA HPG money a little bit. So every year it's gone up a little bit. So this $230,085 that we got from last year's application is the entire state application. So there's nobody else in Mississippi's got HPG money last year. So this year we would find out what the max is. Any single entity can ask for half of the max, and that's what we go for. So we max it out. I just wish it was a higher max. Sometimes I've asked for more, hoping they would just say, well, look, they could do it, and they always reject me.
Speaking of maxing it out, I have one last question. And I keep referring to the HUD grant with the city because that's what I'm familiar with. So on these USDAs, I see the average spend per household is a little over $11,000. I remember when we increased the average per household in the city, if there was a justification, would we be able to increase it if there's a justification? And if we can't, can we write it in the grant?
Yes. So we, USDA watches us a lot less closely than HUD.
That's a good thing.
It's nice. They give us points in our application based on our number of houses. And so when we figure out, when they tell us what the max budget we can ask for is, then we divide it by the average cost to come up with the number of houses that will give us the most points and the most likelihood of winning the money.
Right.
So that's how we come up with the number of houses. But then after that, they don't care at all as long as we can hit that. If we say we're going to do 19, we do 19 or more. So like in this, out of these 20, one of the reasons we hit 20 was I had 2 people who they qualified in every way, but they needed so little. Their houses were in some of the best shape I've seen. So one of the houses I think I spent $500 at, and one of them like $700. Okay. So that means somebody got $23,000 because they needed it.
Okay.
So that's what we've been doing with that one to try to max it out, and luckily we don't have to do like a high unit cost.
Okay, I like that. Okay, thank you, Lily.
I guess that's something we need to talk to our real friends about.
Yes.
So
that would be nice.
Sometimes we get closer to them than you do, and we need to mention that, and we need to look in and let's be on that.
Oh my gosh.
That helps a lot.
If they made it 10 times more, we use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. That's what we'll do.
Wonderful.
So you're requesting the amount of?
We're requesting a $3,000 contract to write your 2026 HPG application.
Okay. And is that something that you need right now? Is that?
It doesn't have to be voted on today because they haven't advertised for the next round yet. Once they do advertise it, it's a really short turnaround, so I will come back. If you don't decide today and you want me to come back, I happily will.
I guess we need to look more so in the budget and the upcoming budget year to ensure that we can includes that 3,000 in it.
Yeah,
So yeah,
Great.
that's something that could happen every year. Okay. You go.
that's. I think she comes before us every year.
I have been, and we also have been we keep getting more and more efficient, so I've dropped the fee every year a little bit more. We started at $5, and then we went to $3,500, and then we went to $3,000. I keep dropping it. And I wish I could say it could be even less, but I do pull my hair out getting the grant applications easy. We get the award, and then I'm not exaggerating, I bother people twice a week for a year for them to tell me I can actually do the work.
Do you actually know the time frame when they normally announce?
They normally announce it in the middle of July, and it's due in the middle of August,
Okay.
which is a very short turnaround for us to get it in the paper, come before you. So that's what I thought if we knew we were going to do it, we would go ahead and get in front of all of that.
Okay.
I will say this $3,000 is not, we ask for this fee, whether we get the grant or not. We have pretty much always gotten our grant. And grant writing is not an allowable part of the application. But admin is. So like this 2023 money that we're closing on had $9,105 in administrative money. So we do actually hope that you net a little bit to the positive.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks so much. Great to see everybody.
Thank you, Emily.
We'll be in touch.
All right, so 410, no action. Yes, sir. When she brings it back in July. Yeah, she brings it back to us in July. We'll revisit. All right. We're now at 415. Christina. Thank you.
Thank you, Christina.
So I'm coming to request for a board order to transfer our 25 passenger bus that we got through a grant and an anonymous donation from the 4-H club to the county for purposes of maintaining the tag purchase, insurance, and maintenance of the vehicle, and that it was that it would only be used for the extension or 4-H. That was what the stipulation was by the grant and anonymous donation, is that the vehicle would only be used for those purposes. Any questions?
Mr. President, I have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So the vehicle will be transferred in the county's name, but we won't actually own it.
Yes, but it would only be used. It'd be kind of like the JVC's van. They use that van, but it's owned by the county, correct? So yes,
Right.
Yeah, I've got the paperwork all right.
No, what I'm saying
Okay.
is the extension service, if they decide to relocate and move, does the van
No.
go with them or does the van stay with
No,
the county?
that bus stays in Leflore County with the 4-H, and it's mandated that extension 4-H is in every county, so you're stuck with me. Well, not me, nurse necessarily, but the extension. Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Christina.
This one.
They're just asking us to receive this.
Yes. But you can put from what I understand, talking with Sam, is that it would be I guess, owned by the county. That's my understanding. We're talking with Sam. And that Sam's not there.
But
It would be for our use. It would be
But we need something to manage it all that.
yes. And I'll try not to. We wouldn't use it but 5 times a year for 4-H programs. I'm thinking because that's about as many times as I have to rent vans, and so
And this was donated.
It was donated, and we got half of it was donated, and the other part was through a grant.
I'm still confused about
May I
ownership.
chime in,
Please, please.
Because it seems as if, I understand it was donated,
Yes.
but the responsibility of it would be that of the counties. And what I would ask the board to do, to table this matter and allow me to take a little closer look at this to ensure that the county always wants to help, but we want to make sure that we are free and clear from any and all future claims or liabilities that may arise from even donated equipment or vehicles.
Understand. Okay, so do I need to come back or?
Well, if the board chooses to table it,
Okay.
I mean, you could come back at a later date. That's giving the attorney enough time to look at it and become familiar with.
I'm
So
persistent.
when did you take ownership of that? In 2013 or is it recent?
No, we purchased it in December. It's been sitting there. Well, actually, it was not sitting here, but it was in our possession. And we have not used it until this month. And we got insurance for it for a month. And so we're looking to it.
So y'all already have insurance on it,
Yes.
but you're not. But you want to drop that insurance for the month and give it to the county, put it on the county's insurance.
We got it through South Creek.
For 1 month?
Well, as long as we got to until y'all come on with it.
So, what you're saying, you all don't have any budget to float the insurance and pay it?
No, they do not. No, sir.
Not in our budget.
Okay.
We've been we've been cut a lot.
I don't know if that needs to come in the form of an amendment. That way we don't have to assume the insurance and the liability and whatever. Versus just doing an amendment, saying here's X number of dollars, pay your insurance for the rest of the year.
That would be my recommendation once the board make a decision on if they're going to take on ownership of the truck van.
Okay. So what's your recommendation?
My recommendation is that you all table this matter and allow me to flesh out all the facts surrounding this, and I'll get back with you all
Motion to table.
before the next board.
Second.
Before the next board meeting. So.
Yes, I'll let you all know before the next board.
Okay.
But we'll
Listen
let you
to
know
it.
if you're on the agenda, Christine.
Okay. All right. That's what I need. Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Let me carry it, Christina. It has been motioned by Supervisor Moore and second by Supervisor Brown. Any other questions to table this? Any other questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Christine.
All right, we're now at 417 resolutions. Mr. Moore, resolutions A and B.
Yes, sir, Mr. Chairman. I wanted to do a motion to do a resolution for Mr. Alden Smith, former NFL player with the San Francisco 49ers. He passed, I think, last week.
Mm-hmm.
And also for Ms. Clara Love. If I'm not mistaken, that's the mother of our assistant chief.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think Mr. Smith is supposed to have funeral arrangements here
Saturday.
this coming Saturday.
Both services will be Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who you said was Claire Love? Who's that?
Talisha Leach, deputy police chief's mother
Police chief.
for the city of Greenwood.
Okay.
He's
Talisha Love Leach. Mm-hmm.
All right. So is that your motion for both of them?
Yes.
All right. It has been motioned on A and B by Supervisor Moore and second by Supervisor Collins. Any other questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried.
Mr. President.
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Love was also a former police officer. I don't know what her ranking was, but she's
I actually seen that. Yeah.
she was ranked, but I don't know what it is, so I don't want to say.
Okay.
Lieutenant. Okay.
All right. We're now at 420. Mr. Larry Anderton.
Thank y'all for seeing me again. This is a revisit from an earlier time where I came and spoke with y'all about property taxes for our church. So I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I do want to give a bit of a recap so you can kind of refresh yourself. And then I had some phone calls with Mr. Pulley today, and I know he's got some things he has learned too. So First Baptist Church bought the building on John Pittman Drive that also houses Leflore Christian Academy, and we used the back half, they used the front half. Okay. And so what we are doing is we're taking care of all the bills. We pay all the utilities, the building insurance, lawn care, major maintenance, everything. And what we've done is figured out a monthly amount that they can pay us back to sort of reimburse us for those bills. So it is a lease agreement, and we're calling it rent for lack of a better word. I completely understand what the law is and why it's there. You don't want churches or religious entities getting in the real estate business and getting farmland or commercial property, taking profit and skating on property taxes because they're a religious entity. That's clearly not what's happening here. We're trying to partner with Leflore Christian, who is not in a super great financial shape. They don't have a lot of coffers of money. So we said, look, we'll pay the bills when they come in. You pay us rent when you can. Sometimes it comes on time. Sometimes it comes 2 or 3 months late. And we use that to kind of reimburse us for the cost of running the building. And so when I met before, the board asked Mr. Pulley to write the Attorney General to get their opinion. I'm not going to speak for Mr. Pulley, he's going to say, but basically the opinion came back. They just kicked it back to y'all for your opinion. So unless you have any questions for me, I'll yield to Mr. Pulley and let him, if you want.
Supervisors, that's correct. Back in February, Mr. Anderson came before the board. You all asked that we request that opinion as to the exemption and taxes from the Attorney General's office. We received the response early April. I had a meeting with our former tax assessor, Mr. Ware. I also met with our current tax assessor, Mr. Robinson, and I would advise you all that, given the facts of what's going on, that we would exempt the church and tax the school.
The school is connected to the church.
It's one building. Yeah. No, they're not a part of. They're not our school. They're a separate entity. Yes. And they're a 501c3 Christian Academy.
So you're recommending that we exempt the church and tax the school?
Yes, and after speaking with our former tax assessor and our current tax assessor, that has already been separated out. The amounts owed, that's already been done. And
yeah, we met with. I didn't mean to interrupt you. We met with Mr. Ware and whoever his replacement is.
Mr. Robinson.
Oh, okay. And kind of gave him a little tour, and I gave him a floor plan of what was ours, what was theirs. It's roughly 50-50-ish, but yeah, so they know.
Yeah, Mr. Chairman, can I hear Mr. Robinson say, Mr. Robinson, what is your take on it?
We separated out the portion that the school used and the portion that the church actually used.
Okay. So you're good with this opinion? Okay.
And I will verify that the response from the Attorney General's office was not yay or nay. It was within the discretion of the Board of Supervisors.
That's great.
There's a motion by Supervisor Collins and second by Supervisor Brown that we give the tax exemption to the First Baptist Church. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried.
One question.
Yes, sir.
Does that mean the school is taxed, right?
Yes.
So we pay those bills. Will we get a new tax bill? It came as one bill to the church since we were the building owner, and we're responsible for it. So we'll figure it out with the church. We don't want to be late because the school doesn't have the money. So I'm wondering.
Well, at that time, I guess as far as the building part, they will be responsible for separation of the building.
Okay. But will we get a new tax bill?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't need to come see you. You'll send us something.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to be clear. All right. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Mr. Pulley. I had great conversations with him today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, we're now at 425. Deborah Sanders, Leflore County Coroner. Is she here?
I just spoke with her. She's on the way.
Okay, we'll skip and move now. We'll deal when she comes back. We'll just come back to that, revisit that.
But, Mr. President, I've looked at and reviewed the matter related to the request for payment
You're talking about for
the coroner.
Yeah, she's on her way. Let's just wait till she comes.
Okay.
She just said she's on her way. Okay. We're now at 4:30. Ms. Cynthia Stansel, County Administrator.
Good afternoon, Board.
Afternoon.
Request approval for the Big Bucks Motorcycle Club to use the Little Round Park on Sunday, July 19, 2026 for their annual motorcycle rodeo.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it. It has been motioned by Supervisor Collins and second by Supervisor Mitchell that we allow Big Bucks to use Little Round on July 19, 2026. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. All right, B.
B, approval of engagement letter with Bridges, Goodman, Bird, and Clark, PLLC for the fiscal year 2024 audit.
Motion.
Second.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Moore and second by Supervisor Brown. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. All right. We're now at 4:35. Ms. Yvonne Girian, Comptroller.
Good afternoon. I'm asking approval for the constable fees for the month of June.
Motion.
Has already been motioned?
I did.
I second.
All right. It has been motioned by Supervisor Brown and second by Supervisor Moore. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried.
Thank you, Bob.
All right, we're now at 4:40. Sheriff Jane Payne.
I'm asking a little around to put a gate up at the entrance and a sign, warning sign about unlawful activity going on out at night. Consequently about, we have a lot of shooting going on out there at night, so I'm requesting a gate and a sign.
Do we have?
You said you wanted from 7 to 7,
Well,
7 to 5.
I would say that since time has changed, right now we have 8 to 7.
Sunday. What time?
Yeah. 8 to 7.
8 to 7.
Yeah, and we will be responsible for opening and closing. I talked to Mr. Pulley about this.
I only have one question. How would that interfere with those that are requesting the use of the park and the time that they're using?
Outside of that, they will still have it.
It will come. And it will come at a time where it will be over.
We're gonna.
Nobody ever comes in before we.
Are we getting quotes on who's on as far as the gate and all that?
Yeah, I ain't doing nothing without vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah. The sheriff just asking for permission asking to do it, but I'll take it from there.
Okay.
And if this is for the public safety and welfare of our citizens, it is totally legal.
And the value so much. Gary Ward put up a brand new sign. They shut so many holes in this country.
Yep.
And Ms. President,
The motion, who made it? Make motion. You had something?
I did for the sheriff. I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. The sheriff department will be responsible for opening and closing the gate. Okay? Just want to make sure.
All right. It has been motioned by Supervisor Collins and second by Supervisor Brown. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. All right. You got a B, Sheriff. Radios.
Denied.
We want to bring to the board attention, I think we,
Go ahead, Mr. Gregson.
we want to bring to the board attention that I think last year we discussed it briefly. Some of you might be familiar with it. Our radio room dispatch area need to be upgraded. It's behind. It's outdated. The radios keep going down. That's on 911. It's in the 911 room with the radio system. We're down basically to one radio now. I think the fire side, as far as paging out emergency responders and contacting, dispatching the calls out and things of that nature. The system, we're down to pretty much one channel now, down to just the SO channel, and then we have to. It goes out. It went out last night. We had to come in every other day and try to restart and reset it, try to get it up. Operating on one of Vista. You know anything about technology? Vista was back, way back years ago. But anyway, the cost, I know that's what everybody waiting on, the cost of it. I requested an updated quote, but the guy was out, he had surgery. He contacted me a little while ago before I came to the board meeting. They're working on the quote now. But when I got one last year for the radio side alone, it was around $152,000 to replace that system. So that was last year on the radio, just the radio. So it's you have the radio, you have 911, you have your CAD and all that in that room. But everything needs to be upgraded. So on the radio alone, that's somewhere in the ballpark of $152,000. That's for last year.
But you talk about the NG 911.
But 911, I think that's it. She came. I don't think he was out that day, Sheriff. She came and talked to him about the 911, where they were going to assist with the funds that coming in to assist with the 911 part of it. But everything need to be upgraded really now, and if we can get it all upgraded some kind of way and let them assist and reimburse us for the 911 side, that's really what we need. To get everything upgraded, updated, and then let them reimburse us if they can reimburse us on the 911 side. But the 911 radio, CAD, everything need to be upgraded. Everything just outdated.
So is the 911 money coming in? Is that a grant that she was talking about?
Yes, that's what she was. It's the money that comes in from the 911.
So do we know whether that grant can be used to reimburse?
It's not a grant.
It's not a grant.
It's not a grant.
It's the next year, but that money can be used for the next year.
Right.
If 30% of whatever come in for E911, we had to put that in a separate account and you can't use until
Okay,
That'd be an escrow account.
Okay. But they can't reimburse us next year.
I don't know.
That's why my question is, can it be used for reimbursement?
Can you bring quotes to the other that you was asking about for the radio?
We can get together, and I get with the 911 coordinator. We can get together. We can bring some quotes. And
because the quote you just recited to us was from last year, and that was from last year, right?
That was from last year. I'm waiting on an updated quote.
January, or is that our count?
Shane.
It started in February this year, so I think it's calendar year, not
Calendar year,
not this.
Mr. President,
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Granson, have you all looked at any grant funds for this
That was my
equipment?
next question.
Yeah, we've been looking, but we haven't been successful in finding anything that was going to take care of it at this time yet.
Have we reached out to any of the state representatives to see if there's any funding out there that earmark funding that we may not know about? Because just from what you're saying, we're looking at about $200,000 to $250,000 on equipment, and I'm gonna be honest, I want the equipment just as much as you all do, but realistically, we don't have it. So we don't have it.
I think that Congressman might be helping with some funds out there with the cars and radio.
And we did talk to the congressman. We talked to the congressman and both senators about helping with sheriff department with equipment and vehicles. So
I have submitted a letter to the congressman. Matter of fact, I did an appropriation time. I submitted appropriation and I wrote a letter request to him as well.
Okay. When did you send it to him?
Early this year. Around January or February.
let me reach out to them and see if there's anything that they can do to help us. And then whatever we need to do, we can try to come up with the money. But the whole thing, the county can't afford it.
But in the meantime, get us some updated quotes, so we'll know exactly.
The quotes on the radio should be coming in. I think the 911 coordinator, she's been looking at some things as well. So we'll get some quotes so we know what we're looking at.
Okay.
And then get with Vaughn, if you don't mind, Granson, so we can know exactly what we can use that net gen money for, so that whenever we are discussing it, there's no questions about it.
I had a conversation with 911 coordinator, and I think she's supposed to check on that as well. So.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
It's something we got to do because one call can save a life.
And that's right. Absolutely.
Brandon, so did you, Homeland Security, did y'all fill out for that grant?
Yes.
Y'all did?
Yes.
What did you include in that?
This year, we're requesting a live scan machine and some more tag readers.
But none of this equipment that you're talking about now was included in that.
No, no. I understand any amount would help, but they're not going to give you about $40,000 a year in the Homeland Security. So if we don't have the rest, it's kind of, so we're trying to get things that we kind of trying to kind of share.
What about USDA?
USDA, we've tried. We need to go back and have some more conversations with them. I know the last time when we did that with the cars and all, they were talking about the percentage and all, but I don't know particular for the radio side. I don't know of anything particular that USDA had out there that would assist us with that as far as the radios, updated radios.
I think you might want to check with this. I think they will. But it's just we talk, and I believe that when you talk about that percentage, y'all sheriff department falls into their positive percentage, which won't be a big percentage at all to match what you're coming with. So they'll give you a big percentage off is based upon the positive area.
I'll follow up with USDA to see, but I haven't. I don't know if any of that. I haven't learned of any of that.
Give me a call. I'll give you a number. Okay? Give me a call if you don't mind. We'll take care of it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Granson.
All right. So B, no action. All right. We're now at 4:45. Engineer report.
Give you an update on your ERBR and your state aid projects. The ERBR, all they like is some gravel putting on the bridge complete. Dirt work's done, so now they're getting the gravel put on it. Bridge on 507, that one is still like the dirt work on the railing, and just waiting on the contractor. He said he was coming this week, but it didn't show up today. I don't know if it was you, until they were calling rain, it didn't show up. It didn't show up today. And then one on 512, Mr. Collins just waiting, everything's complete except for the paving, so we're just waiting on the subcontractor. When we do the paving, does not give us an exact date on that yet. So that's all I got, unless y'all have any questions about anything.
No, sir. I don't have any. Anybody?
What about the
I talked to Mr. Kennedy, I think it was Friday, Thursday or Friday, I think it was Friday. And he is going to try to set up a meeting with us this week. And just waiting to hear back from him, and then we're going to talk to NRCS and see kind of where these projects are.
You know that you just remember the 30th.
The 30th is the deadline right now. I remember that for sure.
Mr. Kennedy, I didn't even know that he's still involved in these talks or discussions or updates because it's been Ash's time since he was involved.
That's right. And I wasn't for sure of it either until the question was about G Lake, and I knew he was involved in G Lake, so I called him, and then he talked about the others briefly too, and said we need to get a meeting with NRCS and so how to talk to them.
Okay, you don't have a date or time?
No, sir, not yet.
Okay. You would, and I know you would probably reach out to NRCS, but I want to reach out to them to make sure that the communication loop is open and we all set on the same date and time.
I'd say we need to reach out to Odie, see what he says.
See when he's free, and then we schedule around him.
That's correct.
So I'm quite sure Mr. Reeves has already talked to him. It's just the idea of them getting back with us. That's probably where the hold up at. But I mean, yeah, get in touch with Oldie. That'll be good.
Can we reach out to him with you or?
Yeah, I'll reach out to him and include everybody in the email.
Okay.
That's fine.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Shane.
Thank you, Shane.
Appreciate it.
Shane, you gonna call me about District 5?
I looked it up, and Mr. Collins knows where his lines are.
Okay. Okay, I'll pay for the back.
Well, on my permit? Yes.
Oh, yeah. It's in the city limits.
It's in the city.
I was thinking it was right outside, but it is not.
That man knows his
He knows his lines.
Just down.
All right. We're now at 450 Road Manager's Report.
I'm just looking at it.
How y'all doing this evening? Good. Look, I'm asking y'all permission to Robert Howard back. Rob Howard.
Yeah, I'll make that motion. I need Rob.
All right. It has been motioned by Supervisors Collins and second by Supervisor Moore. Any question? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried.
Okay, and at the next meeting, I would like to bring in part-time for the help with the paving crew, and also maybe in the near future have another mechanic. You know, we took on another test, and we need to have 2 to 3 mechanics in and around the shop.
We lost one?
Yeah. We had lost one. Well, Rob was out. That's the one we lost. Rob was out. But man.
That's the question now. Very close. We need to try to find a way to compensate you with you. And you got all kinds of good people.
No,
Yeah.
no.
You got it.
Is that he coming back?
Yeah, and that's the one we had to come back.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
All right.
All right, that's all I have.
Thank you, Jerry. All right. 455, Deborah Tate Hibbler.
Good afternoon, board. I still not received updated language for the April 6 minutes, so we can complete those.
That's correct.
Hey, the way.
What about now? I'm sorry. You motion to table.
We asked that you table, I need to get with you, Mr. Moore.
Okay, motion to table.
Second.
Table 6.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Moore and second by Supervisor Mitchell that we table 8 for 6 minutes. Any questions? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried.
Motion for approval for the May 4th, 11th, 26th, and June 8th minutes.
I have not reviewed either of those meeting minutes. I don't know if anybody else.
I've looked at 4. I had a chance to go through May 4th. I went through May 4th minutes. But the 11, 26, and 8 I haven't. So I'll make a motion to approve May 4th minutes. It has been motioned by Supervisor Mitchell and second by Supervisor Collins that we approve the May 4th, 2026 board minutes. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it.
I'll make a motion that we table May 11, May 26, and June 8.
Second.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Collins and second by Supervisor Moore that we table May 11, 26, and June 8 minutes. Any questions? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. All right. We're now at 4:57, closed session. Before we go in closed session, did Ms. Sanders ever show up?
We reviewed this matter, Mr. President, Supervisors, and the claim that's being presented is from 2017, which is well over the statute of limitations for 3 years for presenting claims to the Board of Supervisors.
You can come on up, Ms. Sanders.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I'm sure you all have my paperwork. If not, I will.
Well, we have it. We were just in the process of the attorney was explaining to us or informing us on this claim.
Okay.
So that the statute of limitations for presenting a claim to the Board of Supervisors is 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, the board can't approve to pay it.
Okay.
The only way that could have possibly happened is if there was evidence or proof that it was presented during the 3-year period of time but wasn't paid.
Yes, it was presented. Looking back at some of the receipts, when I sent in paperwork on the transporters, they were paid over $3,500 for transporting the victim was numbered, I think, from 1 to 16. They were not given names, or we couldn't identify them. And payment was paid to the transporter. I submitted the claims to Chancellor Clerk at the time office. I was told that paperwork had to be put in, and I did. Time and manner. I called back. They were waiting. I was told they was waiting on the emergency management people to do what they had to do, federal. I waited. I found out that this year, when I went to a conference, one of the, if you look at the back sheet that says remove a company, I asked him about it because they had threatened to sue Leflore County for not getting reimbursed for the transporting of the remains to the facility in Jackson. and I told him that it was being taken care of, was waiting on them to give us a response. And when I talked to him in, I think it was March, and I asked him about did they get paid, he said yes, he got paid. He said how he got paid was apparently it was MEMA out of, I don't know whether Hines County or whatever, they had seen the paperwork, and he got paid his fee from the paperwork we sent in. So I don't know why they excluded Leflore County. We worked night and day to get those people out of the fields.
When you say they, you're referring to MEMA or someone?
I don't know. I turned the paperwork in to Christine Lyman got the paperwork. I was told to give the paperwork. They got exactly what you all have, and they were supposed to be paying us according to that.
So, question.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The removal company that you stated they were paid back in March.
They were paid. No, they was paid. I don't know exactly when they were paid.
Who was paid back in March?
It was Jackson, Greater Jackson. They submitted a bill for picking up the remains of these servicemen.
During this 17.
Yes.
And they were paid this year back.
No, I don't know when they were paid, but he told me when I asked. I didn't ask him when he got paid, but he told me he got paid.
By this county. By this county.
I don't know who paid him. They said MEMA had called him and asked him about it because I submitted his paperwork along with every individual that assisted us.
So that's why I asked that question, Mr. Brown, because if we were referring to MEMA, maybe this should have went to MEMA and not to us.
Well,
they did the paper.
I understand, but I had to turn it in to all the other paperwork got there. So if MEMA got his, he got mine because everything was attached.
Okay, so this is the claim rate.
That's the claim rate. You see how many years it been?
Yeah. Okay.
I talked to Fred Randall. I asked him over and over again. Yeah. He said, well, bring your paperwork. I said, it's already in. Yeah. This is not the first time I submitted it. This is the second time I submitted it before you all got it this time.
Yes, ma'am. Well, I guess the question same as Mr. Mitchell as to where it went, but as I recall, I mean, I don't, and you probably turned into chancellor clerk and name and all that, but I don't remember it coming to this board.
No, it never came to the board.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
She's bringing it to the board because she hadn't got paid. Right.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. Now I understand now. Okay.
But I guess reference back to what the attorney said, how do we, what would be the board?
Illegal.
See, the issue that we have today is, I don't doubt anything that the senators are saying to us today, but we're presented with a claim for payment that is almost 9.5 years old or 9 years old. And there's only one statute that governs the payment of claims, and it's 3 years. And the only exemption to that is if it was presented to the board but wasn't paid, like an administrative error. But outside of that, I cannot advise the board to pay a claim this over 3 years old because, of course, the statute also says that board members could be held individually liable for things that you vote for that you can't legally vote for. So I don't know if MEMA or another entity is responsible. I don't know that.
Well, that's my issue. That I'm just listening to Fred, and so because what I'm hearing is that MEMA is a go-through or was a go-through in terms of getting the bill paid. I just say it like that.
You're correct.
And so that being the case, I need my EMA guy contact MEMA to see what happened.
Yeah,
Or what the process looked like and what happened.
That's what we got
So we can, have some good footing.
The other issue is did Leflore County pay out a claim to anybody during that time period or whenever it's presented? I don't know the answers to those questions.
But I do know all that went to me.
I agree with that.
Yeah, we ain't paid money. I can tell you that all that went to me was like 10.
Mr. President.
So,
Ms. Sanders, you would still need to speak with Fred Randall, but what I can do is I can email you or text you my MEMA contact person that we deal with directly here in Leflore County. And from my understanding, it's the same person that would have had access to those documents back then. And that would at least get you started on who you need to talk to and who can help you get the reimbursement for this. And whatever I can do to help, I
But it should not have taken this long. I mean,
Correct.
I called, asked for some, submitted it, brought it up here. I told, I did what they told me to do.
Yeah. And what did Mr. Randall tell you?
I cannot remember all what Mr. Randall said, but he did know I had been inquiring about the payments because I've had people calling me that help out about them being reimbursed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the ball has been definitely dropped somewhere.
I don't understand how is it that if everybody got paid,
MEMA to provide some type of explanation.
Right.
And that should be, and you're right, that should be something we need to get the EMA director to do. He needs to converse with you so that y'all can contact the necessary.
Well, Mr. Chairman, if you don't mind, I would recommend that the county administrator be involved because, from my understanding, you have been contacting me.
I've done it. So that's why I'm here.
And this is where we are. So I would involve her with the EMA director and with
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Anything else?
No,
ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Sanders.
Thank you.
All right, we're now at 4:57, closed session. There has been motioned by Supervisor Collins and second by Supervisor Brown that we go into closed session.
Excuse me.
Yes, ma'am.
This young lady here, Miss Lee, has spoken with Supervisor Collins. You had advised her to come in today to speak to the board.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Could we amend the agenda to add her to, she wants to speak to the board about the cemetery?
Okay.
We should put that on there, but she can.
Yeah, you can address her. We won't take some action today because it's not on the agenda. Come on up and address. I'm so sorry.
We got to. I know we was about to go into closed session. We didn't care. We didn't go into floor. But let's amend the agenda to give her the right to speak.
Okay, all right. I'll amend the agenda to what? Which one?
What's your name? To discuss Hudson Cemetery.
456.
We can do 456.
Okay.
Yeah, motion to amend.
Second.
All right, you made the motion. Collins, you made the motion. All right. It has been motioned by Supervisor Collins, that we amend the agenda. Second by Supervisor Brown. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Now we need to. Yeah, go ahead.
Motion to add discussion of Hudson Cemetery.
That's right.
Second that.
All right. It has been motioned by Supervisor Moore and second by Supervisor Collins that we just add the discussion of Hudson Cemetery. Any question? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, I'm so glad to speak
Go ahead.
today.
Oh, you're fine.
You're fine. That's okay.
Yeah, this is regarding actually Greenwood Memorial Gardens on Highway 49.
Hudson Memorial.
I actually have 5 family members that are buried there. And most recently, last year, my mother passed away May 13 of 2025. And I have been in contact with Mr. Greg Stewart, who owns that cemetery multiple times. I have text messages. All I needed him to do was put a marker on my mother's gravesite, and he never did that. I went out there multiple times. He told us to wait 3 months to put a headstone on, and that's when I started calling and texting him. I never got a response. Well, he responded. He kept telling me, yes, I'm going to do it. I even talked to Deborah about it. She told me what I needed to do. I kept on everything, and he never did it. And so the state of it now, it is a complete eyesore. It is worse than I've ever seen it. He told us that week that we buried her, they were going to mow it, cut it down, it was going to look nice. Well, that day I wasn't thinking clearly, I wasn't looking, but my grandparents are buried across from there, from where she is buried. And their side, their grave area was horrible. It was run over, it was just ridiculous. And so recently, on Facebook, there was a post and a gentleman did a video showing how horrible it was, and it is. It's horrible. It's horrible. Okay. And I went out there today just to look, and I almost got stuck in the mud. Mm-hmm. The mud puddles are horrible. There's garbage. The one next to it, Hudson, there were some cars over there. There was a wheelchair. It's horrible out there, and it's horrifying to me that this man is still taking people's money and not doing what he's supposed to do. Because I have 5 family members that are buried out there, and to this day, a year later, I don't know where my mother is buried at.
Gotcha.
And I have a friend who lives in Olive Branch. Her sister lives in Edwina. She goes twice a month just to cut the grass around her mother's area just so she can know where her mother is buried at.
Okay.
Like I said, I have grandparents, 2 uncles, and now my mother. And like I said, I don't know where my mother is buried at. And I'm just horrified that this man is still taking people's money and he's not cleaning it up. You know, there are trees out there that are rotting, they're falling down. You know, whether one falls and hits somebody on the head when they're out there. The garbage, and now the very back area, he has opened that up to more graves. Mm-hmm. And I mean, just at this point, I think somebody and I called the state, you know, Jackson, where I'm from, and they couldn't really do anything to him to make him not, you know, because they said that they could tell him, we're getting messages that you need to clean this up. Okay. So it is past ridiculous. Like I say, it's an eyesore for Greenwood, and that somebody needs to put a stop to this. Yeah. He needs to clean it up. He should not be allowed to open any more graves until he cleans up what is out there. Because really, if somebody goes out there for a funeral, what if they fall in a mud puddle?
That's right.
You know, he could be liable for all kind of damages. And like I said, the tree branches, they're falling down, they're old, they're rotten. And the one next to it is even worse, which is even more horrifying. Mm-hmm. But, you know, if you look at some of these other grave sites, they don't look like this. They do not look like this. And he needs to stop.
I want to first apologize. I mean, I can't imagine what you're going through, but I do understand what you're going through, and I share your same sentiment. Those graveyards happen to be in my district, and I reached out last week to Xavier Hudson, who owns the one next to where your grandparent is buried. Yes, and then I reached out. I just found out that the one that owns Memorial, I didn't get his name, but what's his name?
Greg Stewart. I have his number.
Greg Stewart. I have his number also. I called him and I left a message, but he also owns the only funeral home in Chula. I just found out that.
Who gave him a license to do that?
Yeah, he owns the only funeral home in Chula. And I actually rode down there yesterday. My grandfather and grandmother is buried in Memorial. And my uncle yesterday was preparing when I got out of church to go down there to put flowers on the grave. And I noticed when you come off the road how they've tried to put bricks to fill up the potholes. You tear your tire up trying to turn down into that grave. Yeah. So I spoke with Xavier and I told him that on our next meeting, I instructed him to appear before the board on our next meeting. This will be our second or third time talking to Xavier. And what you said, I mean, you're burying people, you're collecting money every week on burial plots out there. And what needs to be done out there don't necessarily requires material. It requires a lot of labor. So get out there and cut the grass, fix the road, and when graves have settled, trim the graves down and remove all the old flowers and stuff. And those are some things that I shared with Xavier because I got a chance to speak with him. So on next week, we don't have a meeting, but July 6th is when he was instructed to come before the board. And at that point, I hope that the board take some action toward getting him to do something, because I'm getting calls all the time. And to just think about people that had fathers, uncles, brothers that was buried out there, and they went to visit those graves on yesterday. It was terrible because it had some rain, so it was a little wet. So it was terrible trying to get out there. But I want to again apologize for what you're going through. I hate that. You're not the first. Somebody told me that they had paid Xavier to get a headstone for a grave. And when they went back out there 2 years later, the headstone wasn't even there. He hadn't even purchased it yet. So things like that shouldn't be happening when you entrusted a person over a graveyard to bury your family member there. That shouldn't be happening. So I want to apologize for that. But like I said, a week after next, we're going to meet with those guys here. And you're more than welcome to come back if you want to, if you're in this area.
Like I said, I live in Jackson, environment, so I definitely will try to, like I said, because I have every text message. I've been texting him since August of last year. Mm-hmm. And nothing.
And give me his last name. You said Gregory?
Stewart. Stewart. Yes, sir. And I have his phone number, but it's in my phone.
Okay, I think I have it too, but if you can just let me give you my number and you call me.
Yes, sir.
662-299-5651. That's fine. I'm a servant.
5651.
It's for the people, yeah. That's right.
I'm not from here. I won't give it to you.
Oh, that's fine. I gave it to everybody. That's right.
Number one.
That's right.
For the people.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if you could text me his number so I can make sure I have the correct number, because I didn't get him, but I did leave him a message.
His voicemail is always full.
That's exactly what I got, his voicemail.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mr. President, may I say something?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Cynthia Stansel. I'm the one you spoke to me last week on the phone with Supervisor Collins.
Oh, okay.
Nice to meet you as well.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
We've had him in here once or maybe twice. And I guess my question is, legally, what can the county do, Mr. Turner? Because talking to him obviously is not getting it done and come before the board. What type of action? What can we do on a personal grade? What can we do?
I'll review the legality surrounding that. It was my first time hearing of it. Of course, writing a letter, that may be the same thing as bringing up before you issuing a fine.
But let me ask you this, and while you're looking into doing that, look into if we were to apply county forces to do the roles or whatever, can we charge him?
Can't do it. What it come up on is a nuisance. It becomes on the our office.
If that's the case,
so therefore, that's not cutting your grass. Yes, I understand it. So therefore, if we encounter that, do we now?
Yeah, we can go in there and
do work and charge them back.
So that's what I just said.
I
didn't understand what you
declared public safety.
That's what I want.
But it's public. When public people have the right to go out.
I have a question.
Yes,
Is there
ma'am.
any way we can, but you all can maybe stop him from at least taking any more money from digging graves until he cleans up what's out there?
Well, I don't know if we can do that. I don't know if we can do that.
can't tell them what to do with the car. But we can enforce it to clean it up. All we can do is
that's the only way we will ever do it.
Yeah, they could probably get the inmates to do it.
we figure it out. It's gonna be too early.
They use the inmates to do a lot of work in Jackson on the interstate and stuff, so maybe they could do that. I'm sure they'd be glad to get out.
Well, we will take it. I mean, I promise you that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I promise. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Safe travels back.
And I'm sorry we looked up. If I know you was from Jackson and you wanted to discuss that, I'd have moved you up the agenda.
We didn't answer your first.
I was waiting for them.
You want to take that motion?
All right. I now entertain a motion to go into closed section 457. All right, it has been motioned by Supervisor Collins and second by Supervisor Brown that we go into closed section. Any questions? All in favor say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it, motion carried. Note that Mr. Moore was out.